The ocean's heartbeat is a rhythm you can only feel when you're truly a part of it, suspended in the vast, silent blue. Today, I'm diving in one of the world's most breathtaking coral gardens. The sunlight pierces the surface, creating a cathedral of light beams that dance through the water. Below me, a city of coral thrives in every imaginable color: fiery reds, electric blues, and sun-kissed yellows. Schools of clownfish dot playfully in and out of their anemone homes, their bright orange a stark contrast to the deep purples of the sea fans. Swaying gently with the current, a majestic sea turtle glides by, its ancient eyes seemingly holding the wisdom of the ocean itself. It's a world so vibrant, so full of life, it feels like a dream. Every dive is a reminder of how incredible our planet is, a symphony of life, playing out in perfect harmony. As I drift along the reef's edge, my light catches something unusual: a dark, gaping maw in the coral wall. It's a deep-sea cave, an invitation into the unknown. The entrance is fringed with bioluminescent algae that pulse with a soft, ethereal glow, beckoning me closer. The allure of discovery, the promise of seeing something no one has ever seen before, is too strong to resist. I check my gauges: plenty of air, plenty of time. With a sense of excitement and a touch of apprehension, I switch on my primary torch and push forward, leaving the sunlit world behind and entering the deep, quiet darkness. The water inside is colder, the silence more profound. The beam of my light cuts through the black, revealing strange rock formations and ghostly white creatures adapted to this lightless realm. The walls of the cave are smooth, almost polished by centuries of water flow, and they seem to absorb the sound of my own breathing. I venture deeper, my fascination growing with every kick of my fins. The cave system is a labyrinth, with tunnels branching off in multiple directions. I follow what seems to be the main passage, my light revealing colossal stalactites hanging from the ceiling like ancient channels. Life here is sparse, but strange translucent shrimp scuttle away from my light, and a blind cave fish, pale and ghostly, hovers motionless in the water column. It's a completely different universe down here, governed by its own set of rules. I feel like an astronaut exploring a new planet, a pioneer in an untouched frontier. The sheer scale of the cavern is humbling, making me feel incredibly small. But there's no fear, only a profound sense of wonder at the secrets the ocean holds. I make a mental map of my route, noting distinctive formations to guide my return. Everything feels calm, controlled, and absolutely magical. Then, it happens. A low, guttural rumble vibrates through the water, a feeling that starts in my chest and spreads through my entire body. It's not a sound, but a powerful, physical sensation. The water around me shimmers, and small pebbles begin to dislodge from the cave ceiling, spiraling down into the abyss below. An underwater tremor. My heart leaps into my throat. Before I can even react, the rumbling intensifies into a deafening roar. The cave shakes violently, and my light beam dances wildly across the walls as I struggle to maintain my position. A cascade of rock and debris rains down from above. I look back toward the entrance, and my blood runs cold. A massive section of the cave ceiling has collapsed. A wall of solid rock now stands where the beautiful, sunlit entrance once was. My way out is gone. The silence that follows is heavier, more suffocating than the darkness itself. I am trapped. Panic is a cold, sharp thing. It claws at your throat and clouds your judgment. My first instinct is to race back to the rockfall, to push, to dig, to do anything to get through, but I force it down. Panic is the enemy. It burns oxygen, and oxygen is now the most precious commodity in the universe. Primer ataque, a slow, deliberate breath, trying to calm the frantic beating of my heart. Okay, think. Assess the situation. I check my gauges. My primary tank is running low, a direct consequence of the panicked breaths I took just moments ago. I have my backup pony bottle, but that's a limited supply. A lesser resort. Time is not on my side. The beautiful cave has transformed into a tomb. The darkness, once mysterious and alluring, is now menacing, pressing in on me from all sides. My torch beam feels small and insignificant against the overwhelming blackness. The silence is broken only by the sound of my own regulator, a rhythmic hiss that is counting down the minutes I have left to live. I have to find another way out. There has to be another way. Clinging to that single thread of hope, I begin a systematic search of the cave. I swim slowly along the walls, my light meticulously scanning every crack, every fissure. My movements are economical, conserving every bit of energy, every molecule of air. The first passage I explore leads to a dead end, a solid wall of rock that extinguishes a little more of my hope. I fight back the rising despair and turn around, trying another tunnel. Time blurs. Minutes feel like hours. The rhythmic hiss of my breathing is a constant, grim companion. The pressure in my chest is immense, and it's not just from the depth. It's the weight of my situation, the crushing reality that if I don't find a way out, this beautiful, silent world will be my final resting place. The thought of my family, of the sun, of the simple act of breathing fresh air, fuels my desperate search. I cannot give up. Not yet. My main tank is almost empty. The needle is deep in the red. It's time to switch to my pony bottle. The act of switching regulators feels final, like starting the last lap of a race I'm destined to lose. With the fresh, but terrifyingly small supply of air, I continue my search. And then, I see it. It's almost nothing, a detail I could have easily missed. Tucked away behind a large pillar of rock is a narrow, vertical slit in the cave wall. It's a crevice, barely wider than my shoulders. A faint current of water drifts out from it, stirring the silt on the cave floor. A current means a connection. A connection could mean an exit. It's a long shot, a desperate gamble, but it's the only one I have. Hope, fierce and powerful, surges through me. This is it. This has to be it. There's no room for my main tank. I have to unclip it and leave it behind. A heavy sacrifice. With just my small pony bottle, I face the narrow passage. It's going to be a tight squeeze. I exhale completely, making myself as small as possible, and begin to push my way into the crevice. The rock scrapes against my gear, the sound magnified in the water. It's claustrophobic, a tight, unforgiving squeeze. I have to move slowly, inch by painful inch, pulling myself forward with my fingertips. At one point, my shoulder gets wedged. For a terrifying moment, I'm stuck. Panic flares again, hot and immediate. I force it down, take a slow breath, and adjust my angle, twisting my body until I break free. The passage is long and winding, a dark, rocky throat that seems to go on forever. My pony bottle feels unnervingly light. I know I'm running out of time, running out of air. The passage begins to slope upwards, a good sign. I can feel the pressure changing, a subtle sensation in my ears. I'm getting shallower. Then, ahead of me, in the oppressive darkness, a new light appears. Not the artificial beam of my torch, but a faint, shimmering, beautiful blue. It's the sea. It's the open ocean. The sight of that blue light gives me a final, superhuman burst of strength. I push and pull with everything I have left, my muscles screaming in protest. The rock tears at my wetsuits, but I don't feel it. All that matters is that growing patch of blue. My lungs are burning, my regulator struggling to deliver the last wisps of air. I burst out of the crevice and into the open water. I'm free from the cave, but I'm still deep. I look up. The surface is a shimmering, silver ceiling far above. Without a thought, I kick, driving myself upward. It's a desperate, uncontrolled ascent, breaking every rule of safe diving, but there's no choice. My lungs are on fire. My vision starts to tunnel. The world is fading to black at the edges. Kick, kick, kick. Just a little further. My body screams for air. With the last ounce of my strength, I break through the surface. The world explodes in a riot of sound and light. I rip the regulator from my mouth and take a huge, ragged, glorious gasp of air. It's the sweetest thing I have ever tasted. I'm alive. I'm alive. Thank you for watching this incredible story of survival. If you felt that rush, hit that subscribe button and join us for more incredible adventures.